Recording in progress.
โมดัสสะสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ Presently, I'm going to be explaining Vinnyana. Before we are going to explain Vinnyana, I would like to review Avijja and Sankhara. Avijja means ignorance. Ignorance means no understanding. What are the no understanding? What are the no understanding? No understanding means how many kinds of objects? No understanding. What are the how many objects? Yes. 8 objects is not enough. No understanding 8 objects. Then that is correct. No understanding these 8 objects is called avijja. Understanding these 8 objects is not avijja. No understanding these 8 objects is called avijja. No understanding means ignorance. Ignorance of these 8 objects is called avijja. We have to understand. Avijja means, what is the meaning of avijja? Avijja means A and vijja. And 2 words combined all together. A and vijja. Vijja means understanding. Avijja means no understanding. Yes. That's why no understanding means, what are the no understanding means? No understanding 8 objects. No understanding 8 objects is called avijja. In that case, you understood avijja, basically you understood. And then sankhara. What is the meaning of sankhara? Action. That actions are, how many actions do you understand? Or what are they? That is the last one. At first, and 3 actions also you have to understand. Before the physical action, 3 actions are also there. Action means how many actions? Here 3 actions. Good action, bad action, and unshakable action. Yes, this is 3 actions. Among these 3 actions, only one good action has 3 kinds. What are they? Physical good action, verbal good action, and mental good action. And bad action also 3 kinds. What are they? Mental bad action. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, concentration. Concentration is unshakable action. When you practice meditation, you will have concentration. You try to practice meditation, you get concentration. That concentration is unshakable action. So, good action, bad action, And unshakable actions are called sankhara. Action, sankhara. Good action, good action, good result, good effect. Good action means good cause, good effect. Bad action, bad cause, bad effect, bad result. So when you study dependent origination and good cause, good effect, bad cause, bad effect, you may understand automatically. You may have understanding automatically. Okay, then good cause, good effect, bad cause, bad effect. If we want good effect, we have to do good cause. We have to try good cause. And we want good effect. Even though we want good effect, if we are trying that cause, we will have that effect, that result. That's why we have to avoid that cause, and we have to try to develop good cause. If we are trying to develop good cause, we will have good result. If we are trying to do bad cause, we will have bad result. So we have to try to avoid bad cause, not to be categorized bad result. We have to try to do good cause, good cause, in order to increase good result. So good cause, good result, bad cause, bad result, we have to understand. That is the benefit of learning dependent origination. Dependent origination. There is no smoke without fire. There is no result without cause. Whatever is whatever has cause and effect, cause and effect. Your life is cause and effect. If you do good cause, you will have good effect. My life is also cause and effect. If I do good cause, I will have good result, good effect. And that is the true Dharma. No one can avoid this process. No one can avoid. We have to understand. So if we understand cause and effect, we have to try to do good cause. In that case, we will have good result. Otherwise, if we are trying to do bad cause, we will have bad result. We have to understand. So this is relating to sankhara, relating to sankhara action. Sankhara action, you understand? Sankhara action. That sankhara, that actions are also really important in our life. No? Really important in our life. So we have to try to understand that action. Good action and bad actions are also really interesting. And at the time of Buddha, there are many stories, many stories. And later on, you may understand automatically. And now, what I'm teaching is really basic point. So, if you understand Sankara, I would like to continue Vinnyana. Vinnyana, yes. Vinnyana is consciousness. Consciousness, yes. You know consciousness. Consciousness means mind, mind, mind. Consciousness means mind, kinds of mind, kinds of mind. That consciousness, that consciousness is in this connection. Consciousness are two kinds of consciousness, relinking consciousness and present consciousness. We have two kinds of consciousness we have to understand. Two kinds of consciousness. We have to understand two kinds of consciousness. Two kinds of consciousness mean the first one is relinking consciousness. Relinking consciousness is also very, that is difficult for you. Relinking consciousness means past life and present life. Relinking past life and present life. And then present life to future life. That is called relinking consciousness. For example, in the mother's womb, when before we were reborn, we were in the mother's womb. In the mother's womb, at the time, the first mind, the first consciousness is called relinking consciousness. Yeah, relinking consciousness. The first consciousness of our life. In our life, that consciousness is the first one. That is called relinking consciousness. Yes. Linking previous life and present life. That is relinking. That consciousness, the first consciousness of our life. That is called relinking consciousness. Patipandi say. Patipandi say. Patipandi say. That is called relinking consciousness. Patipandi Vinnyana. Patipandi Vinnyana. အမိဝမ်းထဲမှာပဋိသန္ဓေနေတော့ကပထမဦးဆုံးဖြစ်တဲ့စိတ်ကလေးပေါ့။မိဝမ်းထဲမှာပထမဦးဆုံးစဖြစ်တဲ့စိတ်ကလေးကို relinking consciousness ပဋိသန္ဓေစိတ်လို့ခေါ်တယ်။ပဋိသန္ဓေစိတ်ပဋိသန္ဓေဝိညာဏပဋိသန္ဓေဝိညာဏ that is consciousness relinking consciousness. Bodhi Vinnyana means present consciousness. Present consciousness. What are the present consciousness? That is also very interesting. For example, I have I. I means this is not the whole eyeball, not the whole eye. I means inside eyeball, black circle is there. Sometimes when we see each other, we can see an human picture, human shape. We can see around that area. There is sensitive eye. Sensitive eye. That sensitive eye is called eye. We call eye. That's only eye means sensitive eye. Sensitive eye is not the whole eyeball, not the whole eye. Inside the eye, there is eyeball. Inside the eyeball, there is black circle. Inside the black circle, the sensitive eyes are spread in there. You know, loss. In the head, yes, lies, loss, yes, in the yes, like insect, in the head, no? In your head, in the human head, and that sensitive eye is just like the head of mouse, very small. That is called eye. Eye doesn't mean the whole eye. Not the whole eye. Not the whole eyeball. Eye means sensitive eye. That sensitive eye is just like the head of louse. very small. That is called sensitive eye. That sensitive eye and form, which is visible, visible form, sensitive eye, and visible form. When they contact each other, depending on sensitive eye and form. Form, do you understand? Form. Yeah, form means visible. Visible object. Visible object. Visible object that is visible by your eye, normal eye. That is visible object, visible form, which is can be seen. Form means which is can be seen. Visible object which is can be seen. That is called form. Depending on eye and form, there arise eye consciousness. Eye consciousness. Eye consciousness, seeing consciousness, seeing consciousness also you can understand. Consciousness, you understand consciousness? Yes. Consciousness means mind, kinds of mind. Consciousness means kinds of mind. And this mind is seeing, seeing mind, seeing mind. That is called eye consciousness. Eye consciousness comes from eye and form. Eye and some form. This is also form. You are form. That is form and visible form. Yeah, everything. Yeah, that is form. Yes, a visible form, which can be seen by your eye. That is called form. Depending on eye and form, eye consciousness arises. Eye consciousness arises. Why this eye consciousness arises? Because there is eye and form. Depending on eye and form, there arise eye consciousness. For example, depending on eye and form, eye consciousness rises. This eye consciousness is effect. This is effect. Eye and forms are cause. Eye consciousness is effect. Eye and forms are causes. Cause and effect only. Cause and effect only. If there is no eye and form, there is no eye consciousness. There will be no eye consciousness. Eye consciousness arises because eye and form. Eye and forms are causes. Eye consciousness is effect. Cause and effect only. Cause and effect only. Eye consciousness. And depending on ear and sound, ear consciousness arises. Depending on ear and sound, ear consciousness arises. Ear consciousness is effect. Ear and sounds are causes. In this connection, cause and effect only. Cause and effect only. Depending on nose and smell, nose and smell, nose consciousness arises. Nose consciousness is effect. Nose and smells are causes. Cause and effect only. Depending on tongue and taste, tongue consciousness arises. Tongue consciousness is effect. Tongue and taste are causes. Cause and effect only. Depending on mind and mind objects, mind consciousness arises. And this connection also cause and effect. Cause and effect. So In this context, you may understand in this context, in this point, you may understand 6 kinds of consciousness. Eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, and body consciousness and mind consciousness. Eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, and mind consciousness. Altogether, how many consciousness? 6 consciousness. That is called present consciousness, present Vinnyana, present consciousness. You have to understand. Sometimes you have consciousness. That consciousness arising forever or arising forever or not, you may understand according to this diagram. Do you have consciousness forever? Eye consciousness is, do you have eye consciousness forever? You think so? Eye consciousness is not arising forever because depending on eye and form, eye consciousness arises that time only. If you have no form, you have eye exists. You have eye exists. Even though your eye exists, when you have no form, you never see any form. When you have form, yeah, you can see everyone every day. At the time, you may have eye consciousness. Eye consciousness is arising the meeting of two things, the meeting of two objects, eye and form. The meeting of eye and form, they arise eye consciousness. Otherwise, we have no eye consciousness. So, you have to understand eye consciousness is not forever, no? Existing, not forever. Yeah, that is main point, no? You have to understand. Do you have ear consciousness forever? Yeah, that is why. No? Even though you have ear, maybe sometimes sound is coming, sometimes sound is not coming. Yes, yes. Ear and sound contact each other at the time ear consciousness is arising. At the time only, not any other time. Even though we have ear, if we have no sound, no ear consciousness. When we have ear and sound contact each other, we have ear consciousness. Like that. Nose consciousness is also the same. Time consciousness, body consciousness, and mind consciousness. Body consciousness. What other body consciousness means? Yes. Yes. Yeah. That is also possible, yes. Body and tangible things. Body and touchable things. Depending on body and tangible things. Tangible or touchable. If they contact each other, we have body consciousness. Body consciousness. Sometimes we are sitting at the time we have body consciousness, feeling pain, or we have pain, or we have pleasant or unpleasant. Here, body consciousness. When we feel itching, sometimes we feel itching. That is also called body consciousness. Body consciousness. Yes, we cannot feel. Yes, we cannot feel. And even though we have body, if something is touching the body, we have body consciousness. Otherwise, we may have no body consciousness. Body consciousness, mind consciousness. Mind consciousness. Mind consciousness means actually thinking consciousness. Thinking. In your mind, sometimes you are thinking. That is mind consciousness. Depending on mind and mind objects. Mind object. Mind object is sometimes mind, sometimes matter, whatever object is arising there, depending on mind and mind objects. Mind consciousness, thinking consciousness is arising there. So thinking consciousness. And that is Vinnyana, consciousness. Vinnyana. Vinnyana means that is new life. Vinnyana, Nama Rupa, Salayana, Phassa, Vedana. There are 5 factors. That 5 factors are called new life. New life, new existence. Sankhara, avijja and sankharas are past life. That is past period. Avijja and sankharas are past period, past life. Vinnyana is present life, new life. Now we have Vinnyana. Vinnyana, come from past. Sankhara is past. In the past life, we had Sankhara, good Sankhara, now we have good Vinnyana. We are human beings. We pay respect to the 3 gens. We pay respect mother and father. We know the gratitude of the parents. We have good Vinnyana, good Vinnyana. Why do we have this good Vinnyana? Because we had good Sankhara in the past. Otherwise, if we have bad Sankhara, we will have bad Vinnyana. Now we have good Vinnyana. In that case, we will have good Sankhara in the past. Okay, Vinnyana is also this present life. Some people, they have bad Vinnyana, and they have no eyesight, and no ear, sometimes no hands, no leg, like that, disabled. And they are disabled. Disabled Vinnyana. Disabled Vinnyanas are bad Vinnyana. Why do they have bad Vinnyana? Because they had bad Sankhara in the past. They have done bad Sankhara in the past. So they have bad Vinnyana at present life. That is very important. So some people are very rich Vinnyana. Why do they have rich Vinnyana? In the past, they have done good Sankhara, good action in the past. That's why they become rich men, rich people. As a result. Some people are really educated, Some are really bright. They understand many languages, and they can speak, and they can write, and they can speak many languages, and they are so bright. Brilliant people, brilliance Vinnyana. Why do they have brilliance Vinnyana? In the past, they have done good Sankhara, brilliant Sankhara, good Sankhara. That is called meritorious deed also. Meritorious deed. Good deed, meritorious deed. Good action, good deed, meritorious deed. They are the same. Some people are stingy, yes. And they are stingy. If they are stingy, and their life is Yeah, their life is no good, no environments, no friends, no friends, no environments, not enjoyable. They are staying alone because they are stingy. Other people don't go there, not come close. Like they are stingy, don't go there, don't go there, don't associate with them, like that. Some people are generous. If they are generous, they have many good friends, many people around them, many people are enjoying together with them. They are very happy together with the good friends, good teachers, good parents. Generous people are like that. Stingy people are not like that. They are lonely. They are lonely, no? Like that. So good Sankara, good life, good Vinnyana. Bad Sankara, bad life, bad Vinnyana. That is really interesting. And depending on Sankara, we have Vinnyana. And now we are human being Vinnyana, human life, human Vinnyana, because of good Sankara in the past. Nowadays, you can see animals. Animals Vinnyana. Why do they have animal Vinyanas? Yeah, Betty in the past, a bad Sankara, bad action. That is called demeritorious deed. Meritorious deed means good action. Demeritorious deed means bad action. Yes, like that. Yes. Yeah, that is good habit. Yeah, that is good habit. Concentration is really needed. That is very helpful for you. That concentration is very helpful for you. When you study, without concentration, you cannot memorize. Concentration is really essential, really important for your life. And depending on your concentration, you can memorize whatever you study. And how many languages you study, without concentration, you cannot memorize. So those who are learning education, concentration is really essential, really needed. No? Yeah, that is also, you have to concentrate in whatever you do, you have to concentrate in, you need to practice meditation. And uh, at your home, you can practice meditation 5 minutes or 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. You should practice meditation. When you practice meditation, and you sit as you please, no? And you can practice, you can concentrate breathing and breathing out. Yeah, not to spread your mind. No? Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. You can practice meditation 5 minutes or 10 minutes every day. That is really, really good for concentration. If you practice 5 minutes or 10 minutes every day, your concentration is more and more developed, increasing. The more you have concentration, the more you learn very, very well. Concentration is really helpful for your life. For the students who are studying education, who are learning any languages, concentration is really important. You should practice meditation. And in your rooms or in front of the Buddha image, you should practice meditation. Have you practiced meditation? Or where did you practice? At home? How do you practice? Yes. do you observe? How do you note? How do you practice meditation?
Just sitting
Yes, breathing in, breathing out, yes. And yeah, you can observe breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Not to, yes, you concentrate breathing and breathing out only, nothing else. In that case, your concentration is increasing. At the time your mind is stable, your mind is very quiet, your mind is peace. In that case, you can learn very easily. You can study very easily. Easy to memorize. That is very important. That is measureless benefit for the students who are learning any education. And that is very essential, very important. Okay, that is Vinnyana, Sankara and Vinnyana. Vinnyana, talking about Vinnyana, Vinnyanas are two kinds. Tatisani Vinnyana and Bodhi Vinnyana. Tatisani Vinnyana means the first consciousness of our life. Bodhi Vinnyana means present consciousness, present time. At present time we have I, present form, present I and present form. We contact each other. I consciousness is arising at present time. So that is called I consciousness is present consciousness. Depending on ear and sound, ear consciousness, yeah, each other, contact each other. Depending on ear and sound, ear consciousness arises. Depending on nose and smell, nose consciousness arises. Depending on tongue and taste, tongue consciousness arises. Depending on body and tangible things, body consciousness is arises. Body consciousness means good consciousness, bad consciousness, or itching consciousness, whatever consciousness is arising on our body, that is called body consciousness. Mind consciousness also. Mind consciousness, thinking consciousness. That is mind consciousness or thinking consciousness we have to understand. I think this is an Vinnyana. Now you have studied three factors. The first one is avijja. The second one is sankhara. The third one is Vinnyana. Three factors in the finish. Three factors. Tomorrow, Namarupa, Salayana, Hasa, Vedana, Jhana. Yes. Yes. They are relating each other. It's very easy to understand. Later on, you may understand very easily. At the beginning, avijja, sankharas are very strange for you. Now, not strange for you. You may understand very easily. And that is not so difficult. Namarupa. Namarupas mean mind and matter. Mind and matter. That is, tomorrow I will like to explain that mind and matter. Maybe you may confuse. Now, Vinnyana is enough. No? Vinnyana is enough. Veja, Sankara, and Vinnyana, you understand. And you study that three factors. Tomorrow I will explain Namarupa Samayana, Hasa Vedana. Then altogether, maybe many are very easily to understand. Okay, yeah, step by step. Okay, today, okay, let's stop just here. Take a rest. Okay.